Greetings, salutations, respect and love. I am Scott. You are in the Prog Corner today. We're talking about comfort albums. Yeah, what in the world even is that? Well, this is an idea. I've seen a couple of my YouTube colleagues have been doing notes reviews, did an episode about it. Neve, the prog nerd, and I think even the old prog hat down in Texas did comfort albums. And you know, music is such a powerful thing, right? It has the power to change your entire mood. It has the power to change your perception about the world. Prog music in general definitely has a way of altering your brain's chemistry, but sometimes that's not necessarily what you want. And I certainly, if I'm feeling a certain kind of way and I'm looking for a pick-me-up or whatnot, I'm probably not going to be sitting down with a new album that I need to really pay attention to and, you know, take notes, and my brain's super active. Prog is like that. So my comfort albums, you know, if it's going to be a prog album, it's got to be something I know by heart, that I've heard a million times, so that, you know, I'm not processing. I can actually, you know, get into a different headspace. So yeah, I'm going to go through the 10 albums that have helped me through life, right, at various stages. And these are the 10 albums that have definitely taken me somewhere else that I needed to go. And what is more comforting in this entire world than a greatest hits album? And at number 10, I've got the Guess Who's Greatest Hits. Oh yeah, man. This was a band that they always had like 2 or 3 good songs on each of their albums, but the Greatest Hits album is so great. Every song on here, man. These Eyes, Laughing, Undone, No Time, American Woman, No Sugar Tonight, Hand Me Down World, Bus Driver, Share the Land, Do You Miss Me, Darling, Hang On to Your Life. Every song is a keeper. Yeah, and it definitely brings me back to my childhood. I absolutely love this album. I love the Guess Who. One of the most underrated bands of all time. They absolutely are at number 9. Yeah, I've talked at length about how your boy did some time. I lost all of 2005, a big chunk of 2004, and the first month of 2006. But the last album that I really got into before I got locked up, so it was like in my head for 18 months, is Death Cab for Cutie Transatlanticism. Yeah, I could have gone with a photo album, or We Have the Facts and We Voted Yes. I love those albums. Plans came out after this, was really good. I am a huge Ben Gibbard fan. When Chris Waller was in the band, I thought they could do no wrong. This is probably their best album from start to finish. And like I said, it's an album that takes me to a place before all my troubles began, you know, a simpler, more innocent time, when I didn't have to worry about, you know, incarceration or losing every single thing I've ever had in my life. Those worries were far in the future. And this album here, this definitely comforted me quite a bit. When I was in jail, I was thinking about this record and going through, you know, in my mind, listening to it over and over. At number 8, oh, this is quite timely, man. If you talk about comfort albums, nothing's more comforting than the Spirit of the Lord. And I'm telling you, man, Neil Moore's Testimony just hits the nail right on the head. You know, when I find myself in times of trouble, I don't look to Mother Mary, I look to Jesus, right? And Neil absolutely talks about his journey to Christianity, and, you know, how he converted and all the things that led up to it. This is a really personal album for Neil. It's not his best album, but man, oh man, he was inspired. He had left Spock's Beard, he had left Transatlantic. He didn't know what he was going to do, and he prayed, and this is what happened, man. So good. And I said it's timely because Neil Moore's just announced that he's going to be dropping his solo albums finally in July. We're getting one, and he called it a series, so we can only hope that the next 2 after one will be Question Mark and the Mighty Sola Scriptura. Oh man, I'm excited. But yeah, anytime I'm feeling like questioning my faith or my place in the universe, Neil Moore's always does a fine job of grounding me and putting me back where I need to be. So that's at number 8. At number 7, here's a band I don't think I've ever talked about on the channel. They're a 4th wave emo band, so it's not my usual cup of tea. But I'm telling you, man, the Hotelier, goodness. I probably shouldn't show this album cover. I might get in some trouble. Maybe I'll just show the back. Bunch of old naked people, right? Woo! Oh no, we can't see that. Anyway, the Hotelier, man, this band. I know they're emo and whatnot, but the songwriting is so powerful. The lyrics are great. The drums are super high in the mix. It just sounds so good, man. The Hotelier goodness. If you're wanting something a little bit different, check it out. This is an album that really speaks to me about the natural world and about how I feel about it. There's a song in here about him hearing deer hunters out in the forest, and he hears the shots from the shotguns, and he knows that means a deer is dying, and it's incredible, man. The Hotelier, just amazing. Please put out another album. Their third album. This came out in 2016, so it's been 8 years. I know you think you're a professional poker player, whatever the dude's name is, Christian something or another, the leader of the band, but get back to music. Okay, at number 6. Studies have shown that people that listen to heavy music are actually better adjusted in life, and studies have also shown that while listening to heavy metal music, stress levels go down. So what is my favorite heavy metal album of all time? It's Judas Priest Killing Machine, or Hellbent for Leather, whatever country you're from. I don't know why it had 2 different names, but what I do know is this album impacted me so greatly in 1978. I love this thing. I listen to it all the time. Every song on here, man, is just great. Delivering the Goods, Rock Forever, Evening Star, Hellbent for Leather, Take on the World, Put Your Help in Our Hands so our voices can be heard. And together we will take on all the world. The Green Manalishi with a 2-pronged crown. They even do a Fleetwood Mac cover. Killing Machine, Running Wild. Oh, man. My favorite Priest album. It's not even close. And every now and then, it's like Ritalin, right? I guess Ritalin is actually an upper, but if you give Ritalin to somebody with ADHD, I guess it brings them down a little bit. This is my Ritalin right here, man. Absolutely. At number 5. Yeah, when I got out of jail, there were a lot of things I missed, man. A lot of albums that I missed. Well, like I said, I missed all of 2005. So I missed Deadwing. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. But the one album that came out in 2005 that I absolutely fell in love with as soon as I got out of jail. I don't know how I heard about it. I must have read about it somewhere. It's Sufjan Stevens' Illinois. Come on, feel the Illinois. Oh, this album is perfect. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10 stone cold classic. There's a reason why this thing is on Broadway right now, breaking records and winning Tonys. The original had Superman right there, but I guess DC said, we're not going to allow that without permission. But this album here is absolutely stunningly perfect. I like Michigan. I like Seven Swans, so I knew who Sufjan was, but man, this album comforted me greatly when I was trying to figure out what in the heck I was going to do with my life after I got out of prison. I had lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my house. I lost my wife. I lost all my possessions, including my precious album collection. All my records gone. Everything gone. But Illinois got me through it. It absolutely did. Thank you, Sufjan Stevens. Absolutely at number 4. Yeah, when the weather starts getting a little chillier and the leaves start falling off of them trees, there's always one album I pull for when autumn comes around. You know what it is. It's the greatest of all autumnal records, man. It's Genesis's Wind and Wuthering. Even the album cover gives it away. But whenever I'm feeling a certain kind of way, man, I just put side 2 on this puppy and just let it roll. And all of a sudden, my mood's changed. That's for sure. I love the artwork. I love this album. It's one of those records that, yeah, it's probably not my favorite Genesis album, but man, oh man, there is something so unique, something so special, something so perfect, something progressive here, right? They're actually moving and changing and growing. Man, if Steve Hackett would have stayed in the band, what would they have done after Wind and Wuthering? Oh man, it almost messes up my brain too much to even contemplate at number 3. I got to throw an Italian album in here. And here's a band that doesn't get any credit at all. No one talks about them ever. They put out one album in 1975, and it's an absolute masterpiece. I'm talking about Sitte Frontale. This is kind of a spin-off band from Osana. I guess Siete Fratelli were around in the early, like 1970, 71, and then they broke up after not recording anything. The guys formed Osana, put out 4 albums as Osana. Then I guess those guys broke up, and then half of them went to join a band called Uno, and the other half reformed Siete Frontale, and they put out this masterpiece called El Tour. Came out in 1975. It is basically Italian folk prog. People complain because it doesn't have the fireworks and the razzle dazzle of Osana. It's a little more somber, but man, the melodies on here, so incredible. Apparently, this is a concept album about a cholera outbreak in 1973. Well, infectious fatal diseases never sounded so beautiful, man. If you haven't heard this record, do yourself a favor, check it out. Don't listen to Prog Archives or anybody else that's saying, oh, this record's terrible. Oh, they're dead wrong. This album's amazing. Pick it up if you don't already know it. Yeah, and sometimes when you're feeling a certain kind of way, you probably don't want lyrics getting in the way. Instrumental music just has a different kind of impact on the brain's chemistry than music with vocals. So, of course, I had to have a pure instrumental album on here, and I'm going with the Snow Goose, because this thing here has been with me a long, long time, and I can't even count how many times I've been feeling down or feeling, a certain kind of way, and I put the Snow Goose on, and it changes everything. It's that powerful, it's that beautiful, it's that amazing, just incredible. Makes me wish Camel would have done more instrumental albums, because vocals were never their strong suit. But that's at number 2, Camel, the Snow Goose. And my number 1 comfort album, the album that's been there with me since 1976. I've never, ever gone, a week without listening to it, except when I was locked up. It's one of those records that late at night when you're feeling down or feeling blue, or maybe just your brain's running a little bit too fast and thinking about too much stuff, and you just need to come down, you need to chill a little bit. It's Elias of Sun Hill from John Anderson, one of the greatest albums ever recorded in the history of mankind. I just don't understand how he could never do anything like this ever again. The melodies are beautiful and absolutely celestial. Melodically, just perfect. Harmonically, though, absolutely stunning, some of the stuff that he's coming up with on this album. Instrumentally, so many cool sounds, and it sounds like Yes, but it doesn't sound like Yes. It's chill, but, there's a lot going on here, but at the same time, it feels almost like New Age, like one of the first New Age albums ever. This album is so amazing. I was upset because Roger Dean couldn't do the album cover. I guess he was busy doing something else, so he got this cat who did Nazareth's Hair of the Dog album. I guess those are the only 2 album covers I could find by him, but wow, he did a great job. He took that whole Roger Dean Moorglade thing and kind of took it in his own direction. So it was actually a happy accident that Roger Dean couldn't be around, because I don't think he could have done a better job with the artwork. The album's perfect. I love it. Honestly, it's one of the 10 best albums I've ever heard. And those are my albums that give me great comfort in times of distress, or you know how it goes, man. Life can be rough sometimes, and you just need some music to try to help fix it. Anyway, hey, that was a good cough. Anyway, you know what's happening Sunday. It's the Sunday Prog Stream. It happens every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and you do not want to miss this week's episode. You absolutely do not, because we're talking about the best songs in 1980. 1980? Oh, man, I think 1980 needs a reevaluation as a fantastic year for prog. I know a lot of people, say, oh, prog ended at this time or that time. There's still plenty of great prog in 1980, so that's going to be an amazing show. Join me, Wayne, Cody, Scott from Mythologic, and we might have a couple other guests. We'll see. Anyway, that's Sunday, and I will see you then. Peace in the Middle East. Free Tibet. And you know what's next, don't you? God save the king! Save King Chucky! Oh, Chucky needs your saving, yeah. Yeah, he does. He's got that cancer. So bring that boy to America. Bring him to America, where our prayer warriors are standing by. You can give them a call, and they'll do spells and incantations. Oh, yeah, they will. We'll lay some hands on that boy, and then we'll drink some poison, and then the rattlesnakes come out, and we're going to dance with them snakes. Oh, yeah, we're dancing with rattlesnakes. We ain't going to get bit. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The spirit is with us, and I hope it's with you. I love you guys. I'll see you Sunday. Peace.